Hello and welcome to this episode of Hampton Roads Business Live. My name is Rory Graham, and today we have the pleasure of having with us Mike Vernon from Forward Vision Technology in Virginia Beach. Welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Good to have you here. Tell us, what is Forward Vision Technology? That sounds like something we could all use a little more of.
Well, Forward Vision Technology is an IT company in Virginia Beach that focuses on working with small businesses. Our target market is hopefully a lot of businesses that's under the radar, but still need significant computer and IT networking help. So we like to work with the businesses that have anywhere from 5 to 25 workstations.
I see. Okay. And well, almost every business now has computers, but when you say workstations, you're referring to what type of business do you typically see that is using? I mean, I know we had talked before this interview about architects and things. Are these just sales stations, like call centers, things like that?
Well, they could be, but typically we work with a lot of dental practices, law firms, as you said,
okay.
Architectural firms, people who usually are sitting at a desk and have tasks to take care of. It's very important that they are able to be productive every day. And we help them make sure that they are by protecting their computers and their networks and keeping them up and working.
Okay. Do you actually fix computers?
We do.
Build them? How about build them?
We can.
Okay.
We recently built some monsters for an architectural firm not long ago. Architectural firms need some powerful computers that can handle CAD and a number of other softwares. So our guys love building those particular computers. But no, we can fix mobile devices. We can fix iPads, iPhones, smartphones in general, all the way up to laptops. We can build computers, we can repair computers, we can sell computers, and then obviously we can work with businesses through what we call managed service agreements to keep them up and running.
That's what I was going to ask you about next, was to tell me about the managed service agreements.
All right, okay.
You're staying one step ahead of me.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Now, managed service agreements are one of the trends in the IT business that is significant for business to business. And the reason why is it allows an IT company to be integrated with the business by monitoring their servers, their networks, the individual computers, making sure they're all updated consistently and not falling behind on updates, because if you fall behind on updates, that's one of the first security issues that comes into play. So we monitor them. We look for anything that's going on that shouldn't be going on with them. We measure the performance of their servers and other CPU devices, etc., so that we can jump ahead of an upcoming problem and hopefully prevent it from happening before it does.
So that's being proactive, protecting the company. And doing everything you can before it gets hit. But if it gets hit, then you all can handle that as well.
We do. We actually we have a pretty good track record of catching things in their infancy and preventing them from happening. We like to talk to our IT or our customers about IT in real terms as it affects their business. How does their IT infrastructure affect customer service? How does it affect production? How can they budget it and have a consistent budget a month in and month out? And managed service agreements are one of the ways to make that happen. We tell small businesses all the time that to be competitive with customer service, you have to have a really strong infrastructure as far as your IT is concerned, because IT is faster and more accurate than most people, and that's really what customer service comes down to. So if we can help them with the customer service and at the same time make sure their income producing opportunities are moving forward and staying up and running, then we've done a good job for our clients, and obviously protecting them from outside penetration keeps production going and allows them to do the IT.
All right. Do you have? I think most people know that if your computer's on a network and you have a virus hit one of the computers or something happens with one of the computers, that it can spread throughout that network very quickly.
Correct.
and that's happened to me before, and infect everything.
Correct.
Before you know it. And so one of the things about a managed service agreement is you're controlling your costs somewhat there too, aren't you?
Absolutely. You're controlling your cost in that, for example, our premium managed service agreement includes all labor that may be needed to get something straight with an individual computer or with the network or any other part of it. It does not include parts. But if we had to come out there for 10 hours and work on something, that's included in the monthly budget. And so therefore you can plan and know how much you're going to spend each month on your IT infrastructure and be comfortable that that's the ceiling.
Well, that was my point, I guess, about something spreading through your network, because I mean, that could work up to a lot of money if you had to fix all that.
That's why we work so hard not to let it happen. Because
Good plan.
yeah,
Good plan.
we don't want that to happen, because obviously it works into our profit margins if we're spending a great deal of time more than what the managed service agreement is going to pay us for.
Do you back up the data?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, like, is it an on-site backup, or is it cloud, or?
We believe in multiplicity. As many places as you can back up, the better off you are. We use the cloud. We also use on-site equipment to back up and to duplicate the backup, so that we usually have all of the data, because people don't realize it in the bigger businesses they do, but smaller business owners, they don't understand that the data on their IT has a worth. It's worth money. We recently had a printer in town who had 15 years worth of art designs on their servers that was valued at several $100,000. Well, he was aware of what his data was worth, but the data is usually worth more than the computers themselves. And so by protecting that data, it's essential that we back up. A lot of business owners don't take the security part as seriously as they should. Our motto is, act like you're going to get hacked every day. Therefore, if you believe you're going to get hacked that day, you're going to make sure your passwords are secure. You're going to make sure your data is backed up. You're going to make sure that your antivirus is up to date and monitoring your system. So act like you're going to get hacked every day, and the chances of you getting hacked might actually go down.
All right, well, that's a good philosophy to have. When we mentioned the cloud, so you're using do you work from the cloud? I mean, can you remotely go in, or do you have to come on location?
No, we can remote in and fix 90% of the issues, most likely somewhere in that neighborhood. But if we can't get it fixed remotely, we get in our cars and come and see you. So I think that's, we do have managed service agreements that include remoting in, but don't include the visits. Obviously, that's a lower price per month than the premium managed service agreement. But one of the things that is changing, and we named the company Forward Vision Technology because of obsolescence. So many small businesses become obsolete, and we need to talk about that in just a second, because there's some important issues happening as we speak. But right now there's many situations where businesses, instead of buying a new server for several $1,000s, they can essentially work off the cloud as a company. Office 365 is one of the premier softwares that allows that to happen, and you have the ability to share files and move data back and forth seamlessly in folders as a team, even though you may be working at multiple locations. So we recently helped a law firm get rid of a server and put everything on the cloud, and then this law firm, they could be anywhere in the country. They can access their files and use them from that point.
Yeah, a lot of companies are going that way. Matter of fact, in his book, Bill Gates said years ago that software was going to go away and everything was going to the cloud. Now, he had a lot of people say he was nuts. He wasn't nuts.
No.
Of course.
No.
And I should be so nuts. but anyway, he was right. And Matter of fact, the software we use for editing and everything is in the cloud.
Right.
They don't even sell it anymore outright. You buy a subscription to everything they got.
Right.
You pay a monthly fee and you get the whole thing. So, you know.
Well, I'm a big fan of Office 365. We work off of Office 365, and when you sign up for an Office 365 contract, it's good for 5 devices. So I literally can pull out my iPad, my iPhone, my laptop, my desktop, enter an appointment, and within a second it's on all my devices. I don't have to plug them in and sync them anymore and things of that nature. And so it's really has vast uses, and we're enjoying it because we communicate constantly no matter where we are, and we don't have to have meetings all the time and things of that nature.
Yeah, we use the database on the cloud and everything too. So even your calendar is. So I think everybody's kind of moving that way.
Yeah, but one of the things that's going on right now that people need to be aware of, and I think some people know, and this will date this interview for sure, but Office XP and Server 2003 are no longer being supported by Microsoft. And that, for those of you out there that are still using them, it creates a huge security issue for your company, because since they're not updating, they're no longer fixing the security issues on an ongoing basis, and the updates aren't available for you to make your system secure. So we encourage.
Move to Vista.
Yeah, but it's you know, but the small business owner mentality is one of the things that we're working to change, to take this stuff more seriously, because you do lose the ability to provide good service. You do lose productivity, and if you lose your data, I mean, you have a lot of sensitive information in a business computer that people don't think about. All your employees' social security numbers, passwords to bank accounts. The National Small Business Association says that 44% of all small businesses have been hacked in some form or another, and that the average invasion has cost about $8,900, and that's nationwide.
Well, there's also, of course, in upgrading your computers and things is certainly a productivity jump.
Correct.
Too, because they've gotten faster, and you know, the software's gotten better. I mean, S7 was a monumental jump over Vista.
Right.
Vista was a step backwards.
Right.
But 7 was good. 8 takes a little getting used to. 8.1 gave me problems just because it didn't want to play nice with some of the software I had.
Well,
but you know, you know, it is an improvement. So as technology advances, you got to stay up with it if you can. But keeping your systems running and backed up and everything is essential, because you know, if you lose it, that could cost you a bundle.
Well, one of the great things about Office 365, it's just a one-time, I believe it's about $150 annual fee, and then you just renew each year. And you get all the updates as they occur throughout the year. And since it is on the cloud, it's not, it's consistently performing with your hardware, and just works great. So many businesses are used to, when they come out with a new platform, having to go out and buy so many licenses, and just how long is it going to be until it's outdated again. So this way, with Office 365, you don't have to worry about that.
Who puts out Office 365?
Microsoft.
Is that Microsoft? Okay, all right. All right. And because I know all their products now have a cloud version with them, like I use OneNote. That has got to be my favorite program. I love OneNote.
Yeah.
And I use that all the time for keeping track of all kinds of stuff. And it has a cloud version too, so you can put it on the cloud if you want to, or you can put it on a desktop, or both. You know?
Right.
So yeah, see, they're embracing that.
Well, recently Microsoft came out with apps that you can use on Apple products that you can actually now work off of an iPad by downloading the app and opening that up, and you can actually use your Excel. There has been an app that lets you view them, but now you have an app that actually allow you to work.
Okay. Well, we get Mac people in here occasionally, and it's always a challenge. Getting the files to talk to each other and things, it's different. So All right, so let's say if someone wants to get involved with you for a service agreement. What is the steps involved? What do they need to do?
Well, it's really easy. We can download a software onto their system that allows us, it doesn't allow us to see data. It allows us to see what type of, what's on their network and how it's working. So that we can do, by having access to that, we can put together an analysis and then also put together a proposal for how we could best meet your needs.
Okay.
Very simple process.
It is pretty simple. Okay. I was expecting a longer answer. Wait a minute. Let me get to my next question. Okay. All right. So where do you see your company going down the road? I mean, you fix computers, you build computers, you take care of IT situations for companies, 5, 10 or so workstations, help companies protect themselves, fix it if they get in trouble. What's next?
Well, I see us as we penetrate the small business market further and further. Obviously, many of our clients are going to grow, and we want to grow with them. So we expect to continue to hire technicians as well as marketing and sales people. But we want to help our clients grow and do the things that I talked about earlier as far as customer service and productivity, so that they can take us with them. They can take us with them as they prosper. So that's really important to us, and that's really one of the fundamental ways that our business plan works, is that we're going to grow through our clients. Obviously, you still need to continue to add new clients because some of them won't prosper. But our business model is to continue to find the companies that have tremendous potential, get them while they're young, get them while they're small, and then make sure that we provide exceptional service, provide exceptional work, and help them look down the road, forward vision, and see where the opportunities lie, and make sure that their IT infrastructure can meet their needs.
All right. Well, is there anything we haven't talked about? Get everything on my list.
Well, I'd just like to say that we have a lot of years of experience in our office, and we have a very, very, very high retention rate. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it's well above 90%. Very few of our customers leave us. We do want to expand more into the architectural industry. We believe that we work well with them because we can customize everything that they want, and they are picky about what their needs are. So we also want to grow our dental clients and law firms. So those three areas are areas that we're really looking to the verticals that we're looking to expand. No, we really think that we have a niche that not a lot of other IT companies are pursuing.
Well, there's certainly a lot of law firms in the area, that's for sure.
There are. A lot of security issues, too.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, if you would like to be a little forward-thinking and think like you're going to get hacked tomorrow, then this might be the company to call, and it's Forward Vision Technology. Their contact information is at the end of this video and at the bottom of this page. And whether you need something fixed, you want to prevent something from being hacked, or you have a company that's growing and you just need to make sure that you're safe, this is a good company to call and have them do an analysis and let you know what they can do for you from one of their management service agreements. I thank you very much for coming in today, and it's a pleasure having you on the show.
Well, Roy, thank you very much for having us.
Thank you.